This is Tiffany. I'm Erwin. We're the Garcias, and this is our story.
We moved to Carrollton because Erwin had started a contract to be a recruiter for the Marine Corps, and since we were married by then, we were able to go together. They say the first year of marriage is very hard, and I grossly underestimated that. And then they also warned us that recruiting could be very hard on our marriage, and I grossly underestimated that as well. There were a lot of just betrayals and skeletons in our closets and things that we didn't know how to handle. I thought it was a punishment for how I had conducted my life, for how I had lived my life up until that point, for how I had treated people, for how disposable I treated the relationships in my past. And it reached a point of hopelessness, and how is life supposed to turn around after this? And I thought the easiest answer was suicide. I was suicidal, and because there were days where I just thought taking this way out and facing the consequences that this will come with is easier than this life that I'm living now with who is in my life and what I'm doing with my life now. I went on Yelp and I looked at churches local to us in Carrollton. I found Heartland Church and I invited Erwin to go with me. And so that first day that we went, I didn't hear it. I felt the voice of the Holy Spirit saying, "Welcome home." And that was the day I was saved.
I remember that moment at Heartland Church. I'm like, why are you crying? It made no sense to me because I'm thinking about me and what I need to do for work, what I need to do to be successful. And I'm just thinking, marriage is easy. You just say you love one another, and you buy flowers on Valentine's Day, and that's what else? We kept arguing about the same things over and over again. The relationships I was building with other women, it was inappropriate, but I was still seeking them out. I have my wife at home. I left her. I'm not being the man that I'm supposed to be because my whole life, this whole Marine Corps career, I've been successful. I've been doing everything I needed to, but I can't figure out marriage. I drank. I got drunk. I got behind the steering wheel of a government vehicle and I fell asleep at the wheel, and I woke up at the impact of the car landing in the water. And as soon as I get out of the car, I sink because I can't feel the floor. So I start swimming. I pull myself out of this pond and I just run. At that point, the Marine Corps told me I am without honor and kicked me out. That was rock bottom because during that year, we moved to McKinney. We were blessed with our son. During that year, there was so much free time to think and to evaluate the problems. And once my contract with the Marine Corps was done, the next job, it didn't work out. And then I had an interview with the Armstrong Company in late November, early December. And they brought me on, and it's a Christian company. But every morning, we would circle around the conference table and pray. And the first couple weeks, I didn't pray because it was I started praying. My coworker Rebecca gifted me a Bible. I started reading. When you read God's love letter to us, it convicts you. It convicts you because you realize His love permeates through all of that and washes that all away. In June, the Holy Spirit had convicted me of confessing of all my wrongs to my wife. I had been unfaithful. The shame, the guilt that I had been holding that was rotting me from the inside out, was no longer there. I saw God's grace through my wife. I saw His forgiveness. It was July 27th. The 26th, 27th. I accepted Christ. October 17th, we were baptized here together.
Just to come to that one moment of hearing "Welcome Home." As soon as I opened my heart to Him and accepted Christ into my life, and in retrospect, He never left me and He never gave up on me. Even all the times that I ran away from Him, all the times that I rejected Him, He didn't give up on you. He hasn't given up on you. He's still there. He wants a relationship with you. He wants you to come to Him about everything. He wants you to tell Him what you're going through. But something changes when you start talking to Him.
I love that we've learned that you could do 1,000 good things in the world. You do one wrong thing and you're tossed to the side. You could do 1,000 wrong things, but you have but to receive Christ and you are redeemed.